all lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
I need to have another one of these.
Amen, amen.
Gee. I kind of.
This is way over the edge. Like we it's not even over the edge. We died already.
This is beyond the event horizon. Like we about to hit the vortex.
Yeah, we about to hit the vortex.
Yeah.
How you die does not redeem how you lived. You do not become a hero in your death when you are a weapon of the enemy in your life.
Well, negotiations, right? Politics.
And we're out of time. So you.
Hey, all gravity, any day above ground, live it. Hope you're having a fantastic start to your Friday. It's the weekend, the last weekend before Christmas. And AmFest is a joke. Conservatism is dead. I said it. Send it to your favorite right winger. I said it. Conservatism is dead. Shout out to Sonny Johnson, but I'm going to say it. You're going to get mad at me, sister. It's okay. Conservatism is dead. Tatum Tots, you thug you. Conservatism is dead. ABL, you was getting cooked online yesterday. Conservatism is dead. John Paul King, USA, you new conservative coon you. Conservatism is dead. Tiny Tranny, conservatism is dead. Ben Shapiro, conservatism is dead. Erica Kirk, your husband is dead, and so is conservatism.
What the hell?
Tucker Carlson, I know you're going to go to Islam very soon and wear a keffiyeh. Conservatism is dead.
You want some more?
We might have more. What's her name? Isabella Moody DeLuca, who was out here prostituting her baby daughter to grown-ass men and then making a joke about it. Conservatism is dead.
You want some more?
We might have more. Who else we gonna name out here? Oh, yeah, Steven Crowder, you beat your wife. Conservatism is dead.
You want some more?
We might have more. Matt Walsh, you out there crying like a defeated white man, and you're gonna go slowly but surely over to the left. Conservatism is dead.
You want some more?
We might have more. Darville Omar and Devin R. Jones, I respect you two black brothers trying to make sure Cleveland and Chicago respectively move up and black folks can get ample opportunities in y'all cities and y'all's regions. I think y'all need to go independent. Conservatism is dead.
You want some more?
We might have more. All you dumbass trolls with green avatars coming in my comment section mad that a black man is telling you conservatism is dead when black people are the only conservatives in this country. Conservatism is dead.
You want some more?
We might have more. Wimnium, Leo Terrell, since you want to play, I'm going to be a cape for Jewish people. Conservatism is dead.
You want some more?
We might have more. Kim Klasick, every time now you post about Candace Owens, you got trolls, bots, and people that ride with her and people that don't even ride with her cooking you. I told you staying out of that calendar would have helped you in your career, but your career is dead, just like conservatism is dead.
You want some more?
We might have more. Michael Knowles, you 90s sitcom reject who gets a starring role and it ends up being a guest spot within 13 episodes. Conservatism is dead.
You want some more?
We might have more. We will say Blake Neff and the rest of you idiots at Turning Point USA, conservatism is dead, just like Blake's hairline.
You want some more?
We might have more. Before we even start showing that, hey, Amro Foodle, flying from Miami to Phoenix with a thought, trying to get into AmFest, knowing that they were clocking you for years and stopping you at the door. And then you getting on the phone trying to call people to get some lanyard so you can get in. Conservatism is dead.
You want some more? Do you? All right, bim, bam, boom. Somebody get this nigga out of my way.
Let's get to the show. Wallow J, hello. Black RU, hello. SD Johnson, hello. Stream Elements Bot, you bastard, you, hello. Miss Nisi, hello. Zavon Scott, hello. You pussy, hello. Nadia, you pussy too, hello. Marco Brolo, hello. And for those who haven't said anything in the live chat or comments, hello. Let's get into it. We're going to play the fair use. We're going to play the transition. And then we're going to go laugh at Amru Foodle trying to get into AmFest. And then we're going to get into how much of a joke AmFest is.
Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Now go to start the teaching.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
I just have a question, family. How the hell you got all this money and all this clout, allegedly, and you get thrown out of a white supremacist Klan rally while you was trying to be Clayton Bigsby from Africa? I don't even know how we do this, but go ahead. Myron is going to show us, Amro Foodle. He going to show us how it's done. So y'all get y'all notebooks out.
Get to work!
They got the secret grinder service member out here trying to go get this man. That's crazy. Who is this? Oh, there you go. I'm sorry. I didn't know they were going to be that close. Who is this Brokeback Mountain Noriega looking muff with them? What is this? This look like some luchador when they take their mask off. And you're like, damn, he really is ugly. Put that mask back on. And look who else got kicked out. Dom Lucre. How you? Oh, my bad. I didn't even show it. My fault. I thought I showed it. We're going to start again. By the way, I blame Church of Black Power. He had audio issues yesterday. He carried over here. My bad.
Yeah. Thanks for being cool about it, man. Cool. Appreciate it. But did it say what I did or something? Or no, I have nothing. Damn.
You know what you did. You associated with a grifter, even though you're a grifter yourself, and you're a loser. They don't allow. There's losers in AmFest. They don't allow losers in AmFest. That's crazy that you're underneath a loser as a loser. That's crazy.
All right. Well, kicked out. Apparently, I don't know why. But yeah. That's crazy, right?
Look at Dom. That nigga, look, what is this? You know who he looked like? I just realized it. He looked like Adrian Beltre if he never picked up a bat. That's crazy.
What the hell?
I think it was the eyes that made them put out the decision that he got to go. What is he? He looked crazy. Does he have papers? You know, the right wingers are on this. We got to deport everybody now. Find his papers. Make sure he's a citizen.
Nigga, what did I do? What the heck? Nothing. What did I do, bro?
Well, first off, you wasted thousands of dollars on flights and hotels just to go to AmFest to get kicked out. What? Oh my God. That's bad. Now, for some of us, we have been denied entries into clubs and lounges. That ain't no big thing. You get denied access to a conservative. You get denied access to a conservative conference / swingers festival, and you talking about smashing chicks all over the place and men being better, and they kick you out. That's crazy.
You got your name. They have your social medias and everything.
And obviously they didn't care. But here you go. Here's Myron. Oh, Amro Foodle. Mr. I love to hug white men in bed and probably fondle their nipples. I know we're starting early, but he was denied entry. And it was funny because, again, he had some random thought with him, thinking that was going to gain him entry. And she might look white Latina, but she was white nonetheless. So I'm sure he didn't get none that night because he flew her out and they couldn't have any fun in the desert.
Get to work!
Getting rejected at AmFest.
He couldn't even be bothered to put on a suit jacket. All this money this man made, he could at least made a blazer that had Fresh and Fit on it. He gonna show up. This nigga showed up like the base model for a creative character in WWE 2025. Like you about to go to NXT, sir. Where is the? Never mind.
So Amaroon.
That motherfucker called him Amaroon. Amaroon. How do you? I need this explained to me, family. Where all of my men at? If you're a man, put a 1 in the chat. We gotta talk for a second. Ladies, you know what, ladies, y'all can jump into this too. We're gonna make this a fun event. If you're black in the room, right? What's up, Torian? You let me know if you want a piece of this action. I want y'all to put a black fist in the air one time. I got a question to ask the folk. Put the ones of the black fist. It don't matter to me. Ladies, put a high heel. I don't give a damn. I have a question. How do you convince a female to go to a conservative conference in a whole nother city? How do you work that? I'm just trying to figure this out. Like, what's the move? What's the script? She's like, okay, you're gonna fly me 3,000 miles to Phoenix. Okay, we're in the desert. We maybe go Grand Canyon, go see a Phoenix Suns game. No, Phoenix got some good things in there. We get some of that Southwestern food. You tell her you're going to a conservative conference and tell her to dress nice, and you show up with slacks, your brand's t-shirt, and some DSW warehouse shoes. Like, where we do this at? She's dressed like she's going out to dinner. You dress like you about to go do security. Huh.
Amaru is not. Yeah, so what's happening, David?
Turning Point did a smart thing. They're not allowing Muslims into their conference.
Jesus. Maybe AmFest ain't that bad. They out here white rapping.
This is an uppercut. It's not fucking rough. I'm top 2 and definitely not the runner. I ain't got the moon to block the bubbles and.
How you let this asshole who looks like a white version of the wrestler Ricochet start roasting this man from 25 feet away? I tell you, they not brave. You saw what happened yesterday in Torian stream. You saw what happened. And that smile is diabolical. We screenshotting that. That's diabolical. He looked like he just finished telling you how to slip the Mickey in a girl's drink. And you know that probably goes on at AmFest anyway, but we're going to continue.
So he's not been allowed in. Security is he's calling nobody because no one's going to help him get in. So I don't know who he thinks he's calling, but
well, Jay, you might have to exit the video and go back out because everybody else is fine. It might be your connection.
Yeah, we got 1 security, 2, 3, and the event security.
Damn, they treating you like the N-word you want to be, sir. Oh, don't worry, we're gonna run it back
again.
So what's happening, David?
Turning Point did a smart thing. They're not allowing Muslims into their conference.
That is insane. How you say that? I mean, we did look at the list before they changed it to take Charlie Kirk out of it. That's crazy. There wasn't one Muslim on there. That's crazy.
So he's not been allowed in. Security is he's calling nobody.
That girl
no
looks so embarrassed.
So I don't know who he thinks he's calling, but yeah, we got 1 security, 2, 3, and the event security. And he's calling. I think he's calling like Andrew Tate to help him get in or something. Nope, not gonna happen, bud.
Damn, she looks so sad. Get out of the way.
Happen, bud.
Will you move? She look what fam. She looks so upset. Sir, you got no clout. If this don't kill Fresh and Fit in 2026, I don't know what will. Outside of them getting their ass kicked on film. You were denied entry into AmFest? That place has no standards. They prey on the youth. They're passing around each other's wives and girlfriends and significant others and their wives, because some of them are bigamists, and y'all can't get in. That's crazy.
Nope, not gonna happen, bud.
Who he calling? Guest services?
He's like, I'm right here at the corner.
He's calling guest services. Nigga, you should have just bought tickets. Wait a minute. You got a lanyard and got denied. That is insane.
Again!
That means you had to apply for that. They give you your name, your organization. They still gave it to you, made you fly out there, and then trolled you and said you can't come in. So they already took the economic opportunity cost.
What the hell?
AmFest might have just killed Fresh and Fit's podcast.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers.
Walter, you had a whole year after Daisy to get away from this man. And you stuck by him, which shows great loyalty, but at the cost of your own charisma, which you had none anyway. And also at the cost of you building something that you can possibly built up to a level where it's probably a third of what you had with old Amru. He's probably calling to get back the application fee. Oh, Denzel, play us out.
Uh-oh. Haven't been to the show, so you wouldn't know what it is to win.
Look at him. Screenshot. He looks defeated.
Just come get me.
Look, she's going to put it on. She said, shit, I might as well get a souvenir out this month. I'm keeping this.
No chance.
Then he starts singing No Chance in Hell. Oh, my Lord.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. It's perfect.
I'm not even going to play what Sneeko said. I don't care. Because Sneeko already took an L this week with the white boy getting smacked and then running over to Nick and him. We're not even going to play that. Let's get to the main event and the big fun.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern in.
Fam, I saw the clips. Fam, I saw the reactions. Fam, we are in for a treat. Candace Owens, I said it months ago. I'm going to say it again. The white right deserves Candace Owens. Candace Owens was the star of AmFest Night 1, and she wasn't even there. Conservatism is dead.
Get to work! He's the King of Glory. He's the Prince of Peace. He's the Savior of the world. He's the living God. He's the God of all mercy and grace. The total embodiment of love. The total embodiment of truth.
Okay, we're going to already start. I wanted to wait at least 2 minutes, but go ahead.
I don't know, you reap what you sow.
They made this. They made these signs and passed it out. Okay. You made signs for a fraud. Say less. Go ahead.
And he's here today to call his children back to him.
I know I speak for everyone here today when I say that none of us will ever forget Charlie Kirk.
I ain't even gonna hold you. I started forgetting that he was gone in October. I'm not even being a dick. I really didn't. That's how much of irrelevancy that man had.
This is how real it is to The Rock. Chills. This is how real it is to The Rock.
He made no impact on this world except to show the failures of the white right. But, you know, go ahead.
We speak with Charlie.
Oh, great. Now it's going to start playing around. Okay. Okay, Rumble, you're going to start having us. You're going to start having fun. Okay. All right. Must be nice. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, we could skip all that? That is beautiful. They have clips. Let's go. Go ahead. Here's this liar and the crying and all that. Let's have fun. That was a blessing that thing just broke.
Get to work!
This is a...
Oh, damn. We got to play. No, I need that full video. Y'all got to see the entrance she had. Where is it? Here you go. We'll use this one. Y'all need to see this entrance this woman pulled off.
The next generation will decide whether freedom endures. And because of you, I know that freedom will endure.
The next speaker is a very, very special speaker, and she has had a heroic last year, and I believe she's the best mom in the world. She is my hero and the love of my life. Join me in welcoming Erica Kirk.
Well, everybody's doing a version of WrestleMania. Let's get it. She gets pyro. She gets pyro, fam. Pyro. I guess Jesus back then, you know, he had pyro when he showed up to these towns waiting to give out blessings and heal the infirmed, I guess. He had pyro. Say less. Conservatism means pyro. Coming out here looking like 2007 JBL. All right. What she's wearing? That was her old New Year's Eve 2024 outfit. The fuck you mean what she wearing? You know how many freedom shirts she had to sell to get that outfit? Come on now. Oh, snap. And they got red, white, and blue confetti. Done.
This is a full circle moment for me.
This is a con.
2 years ago, my husband stood on this stage and said, "Here I am, Lord, use me." And boy, did he. You know, it's really interesting. The enemy has thrown a lot of curveballs at us today and this week and the past 3 months. And one of them is the fact that my entire speech has been wiped because my iPad won't even turn on.
So the way I'm hearing it is either your iPad broke or you didn't charge it. Y'all telling me Turn Point USA, when they made $81 million last year, they couldn't afford a $24.95 Lightning iPad charger. And we're supposed to take them seriously. Okay. What do you mean that's Apple for you? No, that's called incompetence. Nobody checked this. Listen, I have an iPad right here, fam. I'm finna show you this. Baby, when did your pops give us these iPads? What Christmas was it? 2021? All right. Fam, I done had this iPad since 2021. And it still works. Look, Erica, look, my iPad can do something yours can't. Look, it turns on. And it's bare. How much charge I got? 21%. You could have did your whole speech with 21%. Nobody had you didn't have a backup file? Oh, we gonna be for a treat.
That's a fun technical difficulty that we can figure out.
The podium don't have.
We're just gonna wing it.
You don't have a portable charger?
We're just gonna wing it.
Oh, we're gonna wing it. Oh, now y'all gonna see how bad she sounds without a script.
I was going to share with you stats. I was going to share with you
stats.
All of the things that we have going on buildings. So I'm going to just start it off with this. So last year, Charlie, I'll rewind. AmFest is Charlie's Super Bowl. Thank you.
Oh my God, somebody gave her notes. Here we go.
These are the stats. I got the stats, no speech. So again, we're going to wing it.
Oh my God.
So AmFest last year, Charlie reminded me that this was his Super Bowl. And for those of you who are sitting in the back, my husband was very intentional about making sure he was in the back because he wanted to sit in what he considered maybe the worst seat in the arena. And he made it a point to listen to the whole intro video, every speaker video, and he would tell the team, louder, more bass, more noise. He would say, there's a treble and a bass knob. Turn the ones to make it right.
Oh, somebody turned off his treble and bass.
Y'all trying to get me go to hell.
Somebody said, pull down the volume on that, man. Go ahead, Erica. Tell us more.
So even if you feel like you're in the worst seat in the house, you're not, because Charlie's sitting in one of those. So you're in good company up there. But what's also very interesting is that when Charlie first and the team first came up with...
Bam. Felix Green, hello. You seem new, but welcome. She didn't even start yet. We not even... She talked for... She talked, I think she talked for like 20 minutes. She didn't even start. It's going to get worse. Just stick around.
Since I don't have a speech, I might as well just walk around.
Oh,
when Charlie
Lord.
first came up with AmFest, he thought to himself, who would not love to celebrate America? So we're going to name it AmFest.
And go to raves at burlesque houses because that's so conservative. And download the Grindr app so we can have relations with other people that are not our spouses. Yeah. Maybe that's why they keep doing it in Arizona now, because they tried it in that other city. What was it? Orlando? And yeah, DeSantis said, I don't want this here no more.
And that's what he did. And I'll never forget, last year, we were blessed to have President Trump come and speak.
For a fee.
And afterwards, Charlie turns to me, starts running. Like, where are you going? He's like, I'm about to go on Air Force One. I'm in heels trying to chase him to figure out what is going on. He goes, okay, so I got to get on Air Force One. I was like, good for you, baby. He's like, okay, so I need you to close out the AmFest, and I need you to do the staff meeting afterwards. And I was like, excuse me? He's like, yeah, you're
Probably
closing out
$1 million.
AmFest. And I was like, I am not closing out AmFest. He's like, yes, you are. And I said, what am I supposed to say? And he goes, you'll figure it out. That's why I married you. I was like, you always say that to me whenever we're in a position where we won't, like, there's no script, there's nothing. He's like,
there's no script, she says.
Why do you feel a necessity to insult people?
Again.
Is that,
where's the script? Where's the script? Read the script.
Is this a big defensive thing that you've got?
Read the script.
Why don't you read your own script?
baby, you'll figure it out. That's why I married you. So again, here we are. It's right. So
I'm surprised nobody blamed Candace Owens for the iPad not working.
now we're opening AmFest. But with
Such a random question, but we'll answer. Why is Ilhan Omar worth so much? Because the people made it so. Y'all knew she wasn't worth nothing her first 2 years in office, and people kept voting for her. So her net worth kept going up because people saw value. Just like all the other 434 representatives in the House of Representatives. Y'all keep voting them in. People think that they have something on the ball. They think they know something. They think they're marketable, and they keep putting them on. Their net worths keep going up despite only making $171,000 a year salary. Same thing in the Senate. They make over $200,000, but y'all keep voting them in. You know what will happen if we all vote them out next year? Their net worths will plummet because they'll have no use.
We know this. The Chinese know that we know. But we make believe that we don't know, and the Chinese make believe that they believe that we don't know, but know that we know. Everybody knows.
It's so interesting, and what I have learned so much within these past 3 months, again, the enemy, but he will never win. We know we're on the winning side. God is so good. So Charlie loved to share AmFest stats. So that's what we're going to do really quick.
How many people downloaded the Grindr app before it failed?
He would love for you guys to know that 80% of the attendees have never attended a TEEP USA event before. So thank you for everyone who is new. Welcome home. Turning Point USA is your home, and we're loving that you're here.
Turning Point USA will soon become your Waco.
One-third of the attendees are students. 50, yeah. We love our students.
Because you pervert the youth.
54% are female attendees.
And you wonder why them women stay getting passed around. Yes, for those who heard me say Grindr app, yes, look up the history of the Grindr app with AmFest. Every time they get together, the Grindr app somehow mysteriously in the city goes down. Always. It's been going on for the last 4 years. Always.
Okay. We have 40 breakout sessions, 178 sponsors, all 50 states represented.
What about Puerto Ricans? I know it's not a state, but Puerto Ricans.
We have 25 countries represented plus Puerto Rico, but I have the list here.
Yay! Puerto Ricans got to go there, and then they allegedly will get deported because, you know, that's what right-wingers think.
Don't worry, guys. Egypt is not on the list. Don't worry about that. But, oh, how funny. I say Egypt and my iPad turns on.
So Egypt is the key word to turn on the iPad. All right, say less.
That's fun. Where were we? Okay. So anyways, the past 3 months, I have learned a lot.
How to be Paula White, for one.
You learn very quickly who is ready to go to war with you. You learn very quickly who thinks emotionally versus logically when you go through something as horrible that not only myself went through, but every single one of you in here that loved my husband.
Oh, God.
You find out who stays with you, who leaves. You find out a lot. You find out who's going to pray with you when they...
Man, you acting like your man just went to prison.
There's no words left. And you also learn some unexpected things, like the fact that Joy Reid probably needs a really, really good hug. And honestly, I'm here for it if she needs it. I got a good hug for you. Good hug for you. I'll even touch the back of your head.
Oh, touch the back of your head. Okay. All right. Well, Joy Reid, unfortunately, you're gonna have to fight this one on your own. I ain't even finna defend you because you've been after the Black community for years because you think because they came to fly out Harvard folk, flew out to Denver to come get you, you think you above us. And then when you lost your job, the first place you went and start crying to a Black podcaster. Now we good on you. You're gonna have to fight this one on your own. I know you gave Stephen A. Smith that work. Go get that white woman. Go ahead. I'll be anxiously waiting to hear the Caribbean roast that you give her, or you might slip into the African. We ain't sure, but it better be good.
But
by the way, I forgot she was white girl rapping.
This is an uppercut. It's not fucking up. I'm top 2 and definitely not the runner. I got the mojo, lots of bubbles and...
You guys, but here's what I've learned the most in these past 3 months is that my husband, he deeply mattered on a multitude of levels, so much so that it proved even more once he was burnt. He needed to go, and I'm the same exact way. Same exact.
That wasn't me. I did not do that. They can't even get their stream correct. This RSBN. They can't even get. Never mind. Go ahead.
Way. And you'll learn that. You'll learn that about me the more that you get to know me. I know I'm new here. But you'll learn. You'll learn.
Said what?
Him and I were not afraid of that. And that's also why.
Who the hell told you tonight was open mic night, bitch?
Is she trying to be funny? All right.
The past several months, several weeks, I honored my husband by completing all of his pre-planned fall media tour hits for his book, any commitment he had. I wanted to honor that for him. I wasn't going on a media tour myself. This was for my husband. Because in our household, our word is our bond. And when you give it, you uphold it. So I honored.
Damn, this is gonna get me canceled. I don't care though. Your husband lied. He told you he'd never leave you.
I told you punk ass niggas to get off the motherfucking timeline and rap. That's the problem. You niggas be crying. You niggas be bitching. You niggas need to fucking rap. When you can't nobody else come up here if they not rapping like that. Stay your punk ass at home.
Yeah. Go ahead, Erica.
My husband that way. And so what I'm inspired by is the fact that Charlie and I, again, will go wherever we need to go, but so will you.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you guys are here. All of you are here because you know that you're sitting saying, I want to do something. So
Yes, it's called Nut November was over. Pause. So they need to go release.
that's why you came here. You came here to meet other people, to know that you're not in this fight alone. You're here for a purpose. God made you for a purpose. Students, raise your hands. Out of those students, drop your hands. Put your hand up if you're in high school.
Oh my God.
Okay. All of you
better watch yourselves over there. They are preying on the youth.
I love it. I love my high schoolers.
She getting her Mary Kay Letourneau on. Oh, Lord.
Oh, I don't like saying that. I don't like saying that. Oof.
We need Operation Talent at AmFest.
Sharp like a razor to blood clot.
I can't believe she just said that.
Charlie had a very special place in his heart for Club America. He's like, how could you not love Club America? All of you, again, going where you need to go. If your Club America is not set up or you want to set one up, step right into your admin's office. College students, raise your hands. Got a lot of them.
So you're telling high school students to go be belligerent and go be distractions, just so they can have a conservative club in their school that promotes degeneracy. Oh, okay. Sounds very woke.
So where you got to be willing to go is on your campus. That means either starting a chapter, joining a chapter, maybe even one day putting up a tent in the quad. We're not afraid.
Make sure you have a permit.
For churchgoers, hold your pastor accountable for biblical citizenship.
What?
Okay?
What?
There are so many ways to get involved. That's why Charlie built Turning Point USA the way he did. He didn't care your race, your age, your background.
Now, lady, how you tell that lie?
Be quiet! Shut up!
What? He didn't care about race. Then why he always talk about black people? If he didn't care about race. I thought we was all humans. I thought we was only one race, the human race. That man ran around and said what he said about transgender. That man went around and went in on the LGBT. If he didn't care about your sexual orientation, why didn't he have Blair White on his program? Oh boy, go ahead, keep going.
If Charlie listened to every single person that told him, you're too young to make a difference, you don't have enough connections, you're not going to do it, he would have let that noise consume him and he would not have built the machine that he has built today. So don't you dare let anyone tell you you're too young, you're not smart enough, and you're not connected enough. As long as you're a part of Turning Point USA, we will empower you and give whatever you need to be able to make that come to life.
So you basically just said that your husband was a weak man. Go ahead.
Okay. Charlie wasn't just a speaker. He wasn't just a political thinker. He wasn't just a thought leader. Again,
If they give you your intellectual thought leaders, you better question it.
and he was a bridge. He was a pathway. He was a connection point to generations. He was a pathway and connection point to communication, to inner politics. And he also looked at a generation that has been mocked, that has been dismissed, that has been discouraged, and told them, you matter,
Okay.
your ideas matter, your decisions matter. And he would say this country is still worth defending and still worth sacrificing for. So, like all of you, this is our turning point as well, especially as we move into 2026. And I want to share with you.
I might as well floss while she's still talking.
Off this paper, I'm not going to wing it this one because I want all of you guys to absorb the magnitude of these numbers. The number of student requests to get involved since 9/10, 140,000 plus get involved requests have been submitted since 9/10.
So it sounds like indoctrinated people.
140,000. Total number of students involved. This is involved within Turning Point USA. 1 million plus students involved in Turning Point USA.
1 million victims. Keep going.
Current chapter numbers as of December 18th, 2025. 3,082 Club America chapters. 1,432 college chapters. So that leaves 4,514 total chapters as of today. And we are starting 50 chapters per day at Turning Point USA. It's amazing.
I got to give the Klan, I got to give it to them. They figured out a brand new way to recruit people. Go to high schools and colleges. That's crazy.
Something I also love right now is how we are getting some amazing state partnerships with Club America. I want to give a huge shout out to Oklahoma. Oklahoma's in the house. Florida. Okay.
Who's going to kill MAGA next year?
Indiana. Texas.
That y'all about to lose to the Democrats because y'all worried about the wrong damn things.
Of course. And Tennessee.
Y'all almost lost seats in the damn state.
Another turning point for us for 2026 is the Make Heaven Crowded Tour, something I'm very excited about. For those of you who attended.
Did she just say make heaven crowded? Is she about to become Jim Jones? If you see red Kool-Aid, don't drink it.
The memorial service, that revival is a slice of heaven that I'm going to make sure we take around this whole entire country. So we have different tour stops that are going to be coming up that I want you guys to be aware of. Feel free to take a picture whenever they put it up there. But if you're in any of these cities.
Oh, good God. Okay, let me see. I see LA, San Diego. I thought LA was woke. Okay, say less. Where is that? Anchorage, Alaska? They going to Alaska? All right. That's Seattle, Dallas, Philly. Is that Georgia?
We are bringing that to you. It's going to be amazing. God is so good.
Not for you, lady. Took your husband.
I actually
do the mathematics.
Yeah.
Math don't lie.
Shout out to the Most High, but I never questioned his wisdom.
God is so good. I also want to note that our church partnership, since 9/10, we have over 8,000 church partnerships and counting. This one's very special to me. Charlie's love for debate will always be the DNA of Turning Point USA. We believe in debate because we believe in truth, and we believe in civil discourse because we believe that truth can withstand scrutiny. So that is why we will be launching the Pick Up the Mic initiative.
Oh, God.
And getting back on campus for Prove Me Wrongs and campus tour events this spring and fall of 2026.
I got to give her credit, though. She's getting the one thing that Turning Point was actually relevant for, getting destroyed in debates. Don't disrespect Motown like that.
I'm also really excited about everything that we're doing at Turning Point Action. We are locked in and mission focused for both 2026 and 2028. We're investing in states and not just in races. So what I mean by that is we are building the red wall, Arizona, Nevada, New Hampshire. That's going to be very important to us. We're going to ensure that President Trump has Congress for all 4 years.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Okay.
We are going to get my husband's friend, J.D. Vance, elected for 48 and the most resounding way.
You mean your boo thing? Well, if that ain't a confirmation of a relationship, I don't know what to tell y'all.
I actually
do the mathematics.
Yeah.
Math don't lie.
She going harder for JD like she did with her husband. That's crazy. Go ahead.
Possible. And for our hometown Arizona folks, so you guys in the house, Arizona, go bigs or go home is where we're at right now mentally.
Uh-huh.
But my husband didn't build this movement so people could feel comfortable. He built this movement so people could feel brave and to be brave with action. So people could see on full display that when you stop talking to people, especially those that you disagree with, you are the one that actually becomes weaker. Let that sink in. So you may not agree with everyone on this stage this weekend, and that's okay. Welcome to America. Charlie would have welcomed that. He believed disagreement was something not to be canceled. It was something to confront with clarity, courage, and grace. And Charlie loved truth way more than conformity.
So how'd that work out with Chunk Yogurt? That man was cooking him from the front row. Got Charlie all out of his element. The fuck is you mean? What about that Jewish dude who was cooking him on abortion? All right. Oxford was cooking him. He got cooked on Jubilee. I think we might be all right.
So this weekend for me personally is laced with nostalgia and it's laced with hope.
And a paycheck.
But deeper than that, it's about carrying forward what Charlie built and ultimately what he gave his life for. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. The mission didn't end with Charlie's life. It's being lived out through each and every one of you in your own way. Again, it doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter your race, doesn't matter your background. AmFest is not about echo chambers. It's very important to know that because it's about sharpening one another. It's about digging deeper into ideas instead of retreating into slogans. And it's about remembering that freedom requires responsibility and truth requires courage. So my challenge to you this weekend is very simple. Don't just attend AmFest. Let it mark you.
Wait, you just told them for to let AmFest mark you? So AmFest supposed to be a tattoo. Say less.
Let it stretch you.
Well, somebody later that night did get stretched, but it wasn't a spouse.
Let it challenge assumptions, strengthen conviction.
Challenge assumptions, she said.
Assumption is the mother of all fuck-ups.
And maybe even make you a little uncomfortable, because that's where growth happens, in those moments. Let it be another turning point in your life. Another moment where you decide not to drift, not to disengage, not to give into cynicism, but to stand up boldly, to be brave, to speak clearly, because that is how we are going to honor Charlie. We are going to honor him not just with words, but with action. So with that, welcome to AmFest.
But you're going to get pyro again.
God bless you guys.
Well, I thought hip hop was bad, but y'all using instrumentals that sound dangerously like hip hop. Say less. All right. No, Arian, this is what he was given. So that was her. All right. Next up, I ain't finna tell you who we gonna watch. I'm just gonna let y'all see. But he is a jackass. And he also has a problem with Candace Owens and got paid to go on stage to say he had a problem with Candace Owens.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
That's right. It's our old friend, Ben Shapiro. By the way, from what I saw with the clips on that Rumble page, he got the most dislikes. That's hilarious. But old Ben's gonna talk. And I sped it up because, you know, even when he talk regular, he's still slow. So we're gonna let him spit his lyrics.
Get to work! Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's obviously
For the fee.
A massive honor to be here at Turning Point USA.
A massive
It's even
honor.
more of an
Motherfucker, you
honor
were there
to follow
last year.
Erica Kirk, a heroic figure and a true American patriot. I really believe that the best way to judge the goodness of a man is to see the goodness of his wife and his children. And on that measure, Charlie was unsurpassed. Erica and her children are in all of our hearts. And of course, this is an incredibly bittersweet moment. It's absolutely bitter because of the murder of our friend Charlie Kirk, an irreplaceable human being. I knew Charlie from the time he was 18 years old, and I watched him build himself into one of the most powerful exponents of conservatism in America, one of the most powerful coalition builders in American history.
You mean with billionaire money? All right, go ahead.
But it's also sweet to see the number of people who continue to remember Charlie each and every day and to carry on his mission. Well, today, I want to talk about the future of the country. And the future of this country, this amazing country, relies on the future of the conservative movement. It relies on what TPUSA defines as its core mission: freedom, free markets, and limited government.
Now, you a damn lie. How you going to talk about limited government and you're watching someone that y'all support create more government? Yeah, because Doge means limited government, right? Okay, all right.
And most of all, the future of this country relies on truth. This country relies on truth because victory, true, real, lasting victory, cannot be achieved without truth. Victory without truth is victory for a lie, and that is no victory at all. And unity without truth is no unity. It is merely solidarity and falsehood. You see, we live in a chaotic time, in a time when lots of people are asking lots of legitimate questions about the conservative movement. What ought we to think about the relationship between free markets and traditional virtue? How should we craft a pragmatic foreign policy that spreads our interests and upholds our ideals?
Leave people alone. You'd get so much farther. Leave people alone.
What governmental means are appropriate to achieve political ends? All of these questions aren't new, of course. They've been asked for as long as human beings have been talking about politics, thousands of years. And over the course of this conference, you'll hear a lot of opinions on a lot of these questions. I have my own perspectives on them, of course. You can hear them every single day on my show. My fundamental values have been the same for 25 years. Peace through strength on foreign policy. Traditional values on social policy. Free markets with regard to economics. But today, I want to talk about something even more important.
What's that?
How to discern those attempting to speak truth from frauds and grifters.
Ooh, he gonna start white boy rapping. All right, say less.
This is an uppercut. It's not fucking rough. I'm top 2 and definitely not the runner. I got the mojo, lots of bubbles and.
Go ahead, start that white boy rapping. Here you go. I'm gonna give you a little motivation, Ben.
Because something is new. An informational environment rife with both opportunity and chaos. Opportunity, because the legacy media gatekeepers are no longer in charge of what we see and what we hear. And chaos.
Yet y'all get y'all's talking points from the same legacy media that y'all saying is not in control anymore. What?
Because an anarchic informational environment means we actually have to be smart in how we assess the information and arguments that we hear. Why does that matter? Well, because today.
Well, Ben, I'm sorry for stopping again, but you shouldn't be the one talking about that because you were the same one that watched what happened with George Floyd, like everybody else did, and said that Derek Chauvin needs to go to jail. Then all of a sudden, when you figured out that you can make more money lying and saying that he died of fentanyl overdose, you went to that side, and now you don't look credible. It's amazing what one thing that sounds innocuous can change your whole platform and change your whole viewpoint and also change people's viewpoint of you because now they know you full of it. But that's okay.
The conservative movement is in serious danger. It is in danger, not just from a left that all too frequently excuses everything up to and including murder.
The left excuses murder.
From charlatans who claim
So the right doesn't do that.
But actually traffic in conspiracism and
the right doesn't excuse murder, yet your man who's in the dirt now said that you need to have a few deaths of children to uphold the Second Amendment. Oh, okay. All right. But yeah, okay. All right.
Honesty, who offer nothing but bile and despair, who seek to undermine fundamental principles of conservatism by championing enervation and grievance. These people are frauds and they are grifters and they do not deserve your time. And they are something worse than that. A danger to the only movement capable of stopping the left from
He talking about grifters and he whole grifter himself.
I want to discuss 5 obligations that people who speak to you on matters of importance have to you. I want to speak to you about our duties. Our first duty is truth. We owe you the truth. That means we should not mislead you. It means we shouldn't hide the ball. We shouldn't be deliberately obscure about what we're telling you. We have an obligation to clarity and to honesty.
How do you make your money if you don't do that, sir? See, when you tell the truth, you don't get paid that much. When you tell obfuscated truth, you make a lot of money. That's how the game works.
This means that we actually have to be clear in the language that we use. We should not traffic in generality. We should not say things like, they shot Charlie, without specifying whom we mean by they. The person who allegedly shot Charlie Kirk, and whom all the evidence points at, all of it, is a gay, trans-loving furry.
Yet you just said the left is trying to kill us. The left would classify as they. A gay, trans-loving furry. Okay, what household did he come out of? A MAGA household, so MAGA loves furries. Say less.
If we are going to target ideological movements, we should talk about the fact that the radical trans movement treats all those who oppose it as existential threats. Or if we're going to talk about the Democratic Party making room for the radical trans movement and echoing its inflammatory rhetoric, well, we should talk about that. Those are specific problems, and they require specific responses. When people say they shot Charlie, however, they are instead trafficking in vagary that results in increased hatred without proposing any effective response. They are fostering despair and rage, and that makes things worse. We must also be honest about what people say and do, regardless of what that means coalitionally. It is the job of politicians to build coalitions. It's the job of those of us who try to shape public opinion to hold politicians to account and to hold them accountable to our values. We must not let fear of audience deter us from telling the truth. We must not let fear of other hosts deter us from telling the truth. So, for example, if Candace Owens decides to spend every day since the murder of Charlie Kirk
that black woman broke conservatives.
You don't get to ask those questions. What's wrong with you, Mom? Why are you so scared?
Sir, you got paid a speaking fee. You went up there to start white boy rapping about Candace Owens. I fuck with it though.
This is an uppercut. It's not fucking run. I'm top 2 and definitely not the runner. I got the mojo, lots of bubbles and.
And I'm not gonna get mad at her if she get off the timeline today, go load up her channel and do a 30-minute roast on your dumb ass.
I told you punk ass niggas to get off the motherfucking timeline and rap. That's the problem. You niggas be crying. You niggas be bitching. You niggas need to fucking rap. When you can't nobody else come up here if they not rapping like that. Stay your punk ass at home.
Get to work!
So, if Candace Owens decides to spend every day since the murder of Charlie Kirk casting aspersions at TPUSA and the people who work here, who worked with Charlie every single day, his best friends, to cast aspersions at Mikey McCoy and Andrew Colvin and Blake Neff and Tyler Boyer, and yes, at Erica Kirk, and to imply or outright claim complicity in a cover-up over Charlie's murder, to spew absolutely baseless trash implicating everyone from French intelligence to Mossad to members of TPUSA in Charlie's murder or a cover-up in that murder, then we, as people with a microphone, have a moral obligation to call that out by name.
Yeah, she's so gangster that Erica flew to Nashville to go talk to her for 4.5 hours. 50 Owens got y'all broken right now.
Erica Kirk and TPUSA never should have been put in the position to have to defend themselves against such specious and evil attacks, particularly in a time of mourning. And the people who refuse to condemn Candace's truly vicious attacks, and some of them are speaking here, are guilty of cowardice. Yes, cowardice.
Oh.
The fact that they have said.
So you're not gonna. You kept saying they though, sir. Why you not saying names? You just said we have to be specific when we say they. Why are you not saying who did it? Huh? How? What is my saying, family? How can you tell the American racists? They will say something and within 10 seconds own themselves. Ben, I thought you were a man that talks about truth with no fear. Name names. You tough behind a microphone and a camera. Now you live. Say the name.
Nothing, while Candace has been vomiting all sorts of hideous and conspiratorial nonsense into the public square for years, is just as cowardly.
Oh. So are you admitting, sir, that all the stuff she said while she was at Daily Wire was a lie, including what she was saying about black people? Because remember, it was encouraged and allowed. Y'all don't even realize right now what he's doing is damaging Daily Wire's reputation even more. Trying to get at Candace Owens, who left over a year ago.
Second, because we owe you the truth, we owe you the duty to speak out of principle, not personal feeling. It should not matter whether we despise someone or whether we love someone.
What the
question is what they say and what they do, and whether those things are morally decent or not. On a political level, do they foster freedom, justice, and prosperity? On a personal level, do they treat others as they would wish to be treated? Personal feeling is not a substitute for moral judgment. To take again the Candace Owens situation as an example.
Damn, you go right back to her.
Evil things is not an excuse for silence on the matter. Politics is not the sisterhood of the traveling pants. Politics is about principle, and if you are willing to sacrifice basic truth and simple principle in favor—
I would have figured he would have brought up a reference like that, seeing how he went to go see Barbie twice. And he went on his show and read the lyrics for WAP. All right, say less. Go ahead.
favor of emotional solidarity, you have betrayed your fundamental duty to the American people. First off, I should break the omerta here and just be a little bit clear. The notion that people in our industry are close friends, like we all take holiday breaks with each other and go to each other's kids' graduations and stuff, is generally untrue. Some people do that, most of us don't. We see each other at conferences and we talk on the phone and all the rest. We're business colleagues. But even if it were true that other public figures were our best friends, our very best friends, that does not relieve us of our duty to speak out of principle and not to cover up evil or shy away from addressing it out of friendship. So no, Tucker Carlson, it is not an excuse to go silent on Candace's targeting of TPUSA.
Wow. He actually said a name. Oh, wait a minute. So you tough because Tucker there? Because you was bobbing on him for months? Oh, you tough. But everybody else, you won't say their name because you know they're going to go in on you for being Jewish. I see it. Okay. I get it.
Lines of questioning because you love Candace personally. The same holds true of Megyn Kelly, a person I consider a friend, characterizing Candace as a young mother and thus shying away from condemning her actions or feeling about them. That is a non-starter. Meghan Markle is a young mother. Ilhan Omar is a young mother. That doesn't matter. And when Megyn said this week, quote, "My goal and my job here is to try to understand, yes, where Candace is coming from on this," and says she sees no purpose in inserting herself, quote, into this on one side, that is a moral and logical absurdity. There is only one moral side here, Erica Kirk's side.
Wow. And the reason why I said wow, family, because last week on X, that African coon that I'm going to spotlight very soon, talking about there's no, on the right, there shouldn't be anything called my truth. It should be the truth. This man just said, he got it. He got it.
You know, the side of the widow with 2 children, whose husband was shot live on camera in front of all of us. Friendship with a person accusing TPUSA of a cover-up of Charlie's murder is no excuse for cowardice. Third, and relatedly, we have a duty to take responsibility for what we say and do. If we hire awful people, we're responsible for that. I have some experience there, as you might suspect. That means that if we offer a guest for your viewing, we owe it to you to ask the kinds of questions that actually get at the truth. If we agree with the guest, that's fine, but we should own it. So, for example, if you host a Hitler apologist, Nazi-loving, anti-American piece of refuse like Nick Fuentes, you know, the Nick Fuentes who said that the vice president of the United States is a, quote, fat gay race traitor married to a cheat. The person who said that Charlie Kirk was a, quote, idiot. The person who said, and pardon my language here, it's his quote, that he, quote, took Turning Point USA and it, and that's why it's filled with groypers. If you have that person on your show and you proceed to glaze him, you ought to own it.
Glaze him. Well, now he's trying to sound cool. Glaze him. Okay. Okay. Go ahead, Ben.
There is a reason that Charlie Kirk despised Nick Fuentes, and indeed even chided Dinesh D'Souza for debating him. He knew that Nick Fuentes is an evil troll, and that building him up is an act of moral imbecility. And that is precisely what Tucker Carlson did. He built Nick Fuentes up, and he ought to take responsibility for that, just as he ought to take responsibility for glazing an alleged sex trafficker, Andrew Tate, or for mainstreaming fake historian and pseudo-Nazi apologist Daryl Cooper as America's best and most honest popular historian. Hosts are indeed responsible for the guests they choose and the questions they ask those guests. Fourth, because we have a duty to truth, we also have a duty to provide you with evidence of the claims that we make. Emotive accusations, conspiracy theories, and just guessing questions, that's lazy and stupid and misleading. None of them are a substitute for truth. None of them are a substitute for evidence. So, when Candace Owens says, "I don't know, but I know," that is, and we are all more for having heard it. When Steve Bannon, for example, accuses his foreign policy opponents of loyalty to a foreign country, he's not actually making an argument based in evidence. He's simply maligning people that he disagrees with, which is indeed par for the course from a man who was once a PR flack for Jeffrey Epstein. Check the record.
Look at Ben. He trying to rap. He's boring, but I will say it's entertaining. He must have watched the Trump speech and just figured, I'm just going to yell all day. Say less.
Our duty to provide you evidence means we actually have to do much more than just ask questions. Just asking questions is something my 5-year-old does, and it's really cute when it comes from my 5-year-old. But when grown men and women spend their days just asking questions without, seeking answers, they are lying to you. In fact, they're doing something even worse. They are seeding distrust in the world around you, and they are enervating you in the process. So, for example, if many speakers, including Tucker Carlson and others, get on stage here at TPUSA and claim, without proper evidence, that Jeffrey Epstein was running a Mossad ring being covered up by the Trump administration, they are not actually uncovering a conspiracy or effectuating a solution. They are claiming a special provenance to information they won't let you see, which builds their power and leaves you with none. They are also implicating in their speculation actual human beings, good human beings, like Kash Patel and Dan Bongino and Pam Bondi, and yes, the President of the United States, even if they're too cowardly to say President Trump's name. And that means you won't trust those good people in the future. You haven't gotten smarter, you've just been manipulated. When forced to demonstrate their evidence, these same people will often refuse to provide it. They'll claim ignorance. They'll pretend they're outside the system, and they don't have access to actual information. You know, they're just asking questions. But many of these same people have direct pipelines to informational sources. So, for example, if Tucker wants answers to his questions about, say, Jeffrey Epstein, he could call the Vice President of the United States. He's quite close with him. But he won't, because that might undermine the empty speculation. None of this means there aren't actual real conspiracies in the world. Of course there are. But actual conspiracies require actual evidence. Yes, there was a Russiagate conspiracy, and we know the names of the people involved and what they did. We know Hillary Clinton and Fusion GPS and James Comey and Loretta Lynch and Adam Schiff. We know all of those people. Yes, there was a COVID-19 conspiracy. We know that Anthony Fauci worked to shut down alternative solutions from people like Jay Bhattacharya. But when people posit a conspiracy and then provide you no evidence, they are doing you a fundamental disservice, and they are making you stupider in the process. Finally, because it is our job to make the lives of our audience better, right? That's really our job, is to give you more information to make your lives better. We have a duty to propose solutions. That's why we have to talk about our problems, in order to find the solutions. That's what politics was supposed to be about, after all, finding solutions to our common problems. If we speak endlessly about the problems we face, without ever positing a solution other than wrecking the system or centralizing power in a cult-like figure, we are not finding solutions. We are merely making problems worse. Just asking questions, positing vague conspiracies, raving like Alex Jones about the secret confederacies that control your life, none of it makes your life better. None of it. In fact, it makes your life markedly worse. That's because if you truly come to believe that nothing in your life is in your control, you can't even take control of your own life. You despair of your ability to change your own circumstances, and then you fail. And you must not fail. Because here is the most fundamental truth of all in the United States. For all of its problems, many of which, a huge number of which, are real and serious, the United States is still the greatest country in the history of planet Earth. We have the greatest constitution ever devised by man. We have the greatest founding philosophy ever put to paper in the Declaration of Independence. In this country, you can make of yourself what you will, and if there are true obstacles standing in your way, we can all work together to remove them. That, by the way, is the essence of conservatism, that we live in a world created by God with a logic and a rationale, that we as human beings were created in God's image, as it says in the book of Genesis, with creative capacity and the power to choose, and that in a free country of limited government and defined powers, with property rights and equality under law, our destiny is in our hands, and that we all have a duty to make the most of that historic opportunity. Anyone who tries to convince you otherwise is lying to you, and they are making your life worse in the process. Now, that lie may feel good in the moment. It may excuse us from taking the corrective action we can take on a personal level to fix our lives. It might give us someone else to blame for our own failures. But in the end, the lie kills. Not just your future, but the country that we've been given. So, for those of us who talk for a living, that's our job. To discuss America's problems with truth and with evidence. To provide possible solutions. And to encourage Americans to succeed and make great decisions. We who speak to people on a regular basis, who have a microphone and an audience, we have duties to you. The duty to speak the truth. The duty to speak from principle, not personal feeling. The duty to take responsibility for our own actions. The duty to provide you with evidence to do more than conspiracize or just ask questions. And the duty to posit real solutions. And if we fail in those duties, you shouldn't listen to us. But you have duties too. Far more important duties. Duties to God and to yourself and to your families. The duty to do the best for yourself and your family and your country with the abilities that God gave you. The duty to be grateful for this extraordinary country. The duty to celebrate what we've all been given and to fight to preserve it. All of that, every bit of that, begins with truth. We owe you that quest for truth. You owe yourselves that quest for truth. And true victory only comes through truth.
I don't know what the hell he said at the end. I ain't gonna hold you.
Full circle.
Sorry, I don't know what he was talking about at the end. It was boring. I just started doing something else. But anyway, let's get to Tuck. I want to hear Tucker. I want to hear his response. So we're gonna get that working. And Tucker better he better had some lyrics.
Get to work. Meaningful. But
Damn, he already took shots. Okay, he white boy rapping. I got you.
This is an uppercut. Nah, fuck him up. I'm top 2 and definitely not the runner. I got the mojo, lots of bubbles and
You got paid by the Qatari government. That would be considered a donor. BLM was not anti-white. Jesus Christ. I tell you, they dumb. BLM started out anti-police. He's not serious. Fucker boy. He got it.
get to work.
He just admitted they don't want to save the country. They just want to be celebrities. He just said it. By the way, I know this is crude and y'all gonna get mad at me for this, but after what Ben did and Erica Kirk taking shots and now Tucker doing the veil threats, Candace Owens has killed globalism. She has killed conservatism. Yes, she did.
And there are a lot of people in Washington, maybe even in this room, who aren't quite sure what they want, but they know they don't want J.D. Vance. Okay? And so the attack, and you heard it from the stage tonight.
You didn't like? I didn't like the fact that he ran again. I don't like the fact that he went on the election cycle sitting there telling everybody what he's going to do, knowing he couldn't do it. I don't like the fact that he went to go try to fuck with Iran and made us look stupid in the process. I don't like the fact that he's sitting there lying about the economy where he should have just been open with it the first day and said, listen, we got a long road ahead, but we're going to try our damnness to get it working. Instead of putting out declarations of shit he was going to do within the first week. I don't like the fact that he's not mentioning BRICS is whooping our ass right now. So you can give the American people a clearer picture of what's going on in the geopolitical realm. I don't like the fact that he brought on JD to be a yes man. I hate Trump with a passion. I did give him credit when he did things correctly. But this go around is just him enriching himself and his family by sending money over to Qatar and the Middle East. Why in the fuck are you giving them $600 billion? Why are you giving Ukraine $800 million after you done told everybody for years that that war was useless and pointless? I don't like the fact that Trump is not coming out here and telling everybody he's going back to his liberal roots. That's just some stuff.
Over politics in which I'm not involved in any level. I'm not an advisor to anybody. But I just think I should say that out loud.
We didn't choose Trump, sir. Or ma'am, or it. We didn't choose him. Here's the thing you need to learn about America. These leaders are not elected. They're selected. Trump was selected. He was selected to destroy the Western Hemisphere, to destroy Europe. So Asia and the Southern Hemisphere can make buku money and take over the world. They voted for Trump because they didn't want to vote the Indian Jamaican cosplaying lady, which is fine. That's your prerogative. But then when he starts fucking up, they want to hide and say, oh, we're getting it wrong when we're seeing the same things they're seeing. BlackRock chose Trump. We didn't choose him. Affinity Partners made sure Trump got in, not the people. And proof of that is you're starting to see MAGA start getting their bananas peeled. Pause. It was supposed to be one cohesive unit for the next 4 years. Now, all of a sudden, every peel is a different set. You got one peel that's MAGA, one peel that's the GOP, one peel that's the Republican Party, one peel that's now America First. Now you got the never Trumpers coming out there running their mouth again. Trump fucked us. And his base, who is overwhelmingly non-college educated white men, doomed us all. And they got their wake-up call July 3rd of this year when he said we need to keep the illegals here. And they didn't revolt. Wrong, because these same America First people are now saying, hey, we got to go get that Venezuela. We got to go see them. America First is dead. Conservatism is dead.
Ideological about that. I've got all kinds of kooky ideological views. I love Knowles' list of all the views. I probably had most of them in my long and varied life. I have fewer now. I just kind of want to see a good faith effort take us, brothers.
I don't care. By the way, I just went back to AmFest website because I wanted to look up who's coming on tonight. Pause. Why did they put Charlie's picture back? Because remember the other day when we looked, they took it down. Why is his picture back up? Are they going to whip out a hologram of this man? Maybe they found a body double. Look at this. For a VIP for a student is $650. Are y'all insane? I guess they don't give out the schedule. That's insane. Wait, is it this?
Yo, what is up, everybody?
Or is this last year's? Oh no, that was 2 years ago. Okay, I was about to say. All right. They got it. Y'all want to hear more Tucker? We just hang it up. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. I wanted lyrics. Oh, by the way, Kyle Rittenhouse yesterday said he was on the way with his old lady. Like, who cares? Anyway. Nah, that'd be funny if he gets in. I went to X while he was talking. Boy, we got some breaking news. Somebody might be getting off the conservative plantation. Maybe.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
Look at Cat Crap. Cat Crap put this out 3 hours ago. He upset. He coughed up a hairball writing this. He said, shouldn't AmFest be more than a bunch of podcast bros worth tens of millions of dollars attacking each other and preaching to us from their wealthy soapboxes? That should be a question mark, fool. Where are the average Joes who have worked their entire lives in the real world? Who is representing them? Well, it should have been your representatives, but y'all picked the worst of the worst. And y'all love y'all's podcast bros until they turned on you. Maybe we should start an organization where the working class heroes of this country get a voice, an event where they get their time on the microphone. What's stopping you? Where you can wear old jeans and a flannel shirt and not a fancy suit, dress, or tuxedo to the event and feel at home. Where people aren't trying to socially ladder climb or out conservative one another, but instead they just want to come together to address their problems of simply trying to survive week to week. No large egos, just good country folks wanting their voices to be heard. You know what that's called? That's called a community meme. You dork. Y'all got bars all in these quote unquote nice haven communities that y'all keep saying that you don't want no niggas around. Y'all telling me y'all can't carve out a little bit of space every week Y'all pay for the drinks, you pay for the apps, and y'all talk. You need to have a whole production just to show the elitists of the conservative movement that we can sound better as a representative of the people than y'all. Somebody asked if he wasn't, why weren't you invited? He started laughing. Because they don't know you, sir. He said, honest question, because you have a huge account, not a dig. Because they don't care about him. Seems like a big patriotic festival full of everyday Americans and lots of students to meet. Charlie's legacy. Look, Jack is so big putting out lyrics. He out here white boy rapping.
This is an uppercut. It's not fucking up. I'm top 2 and definitely not the runner. I got the mojo, lots of bubbles and
Look, I see flannel shirts. Been to a bunch of those events. Just a collection of Twitter celebrities high-fiving each other and getting hammered. Not worth the airfare and hotel. Because it's a script. You didn't get an invite. I would have thought you would have been invited to have a booth there. You think he was going to pay them booth prices? I saw some of them booth prices. They talking about for a small one. And they was talking about like, what was it? What was it, like 7,500? And if you want a big booth and you were paying like 25 grand, please, come on.
Okay, we're at Turning Point, getting ready for the breakout session this morning with the Federers, the Bartons, and Elijah O'Neill from American Journey Experience.
I don't know who the fuck that is. I don't know who that is. First speaker drop for AmFest. Okay. Oh, you're not there no more, so you should have moved everything up one, but you know. I'm surprised they still invited Rob Schneider after he fell out with MAGA. But all right.
Truth as the most important tenet of American.
Wait, they did a question and answer?
Why, therefore, did you call irrelevant the Israeli attack in 1967 on the USS Liberty, which left dozens of American servicemen dead and hundreds wounded?
So what I actually said is that if we're looking at modern Israeli-American relations, looking at an attack that happened mistakenly by multiple Navy reports, multiple Israeli reports, and all available evidence, and using that attack in order to undermine today's relations.
Correct, and so does the right.
That's irrelevant.
What's your
as irrelevant
point?
as it would be to cite a piece of evidence from World War II or from 1776 to define America's relations with, for example, Great Britain or Germany today. That does not mean that the attack wasn't horrible for the Americans involved, that it wasn't bloody and terrible. The Israeli government paid reparations to the people who were killed. If you look at the actual military record of what happened on the USS Liberty, it was clearly a mistaken and tragic attack. The people who frequently cite the USS Liberty, however, are not talking about the specifics of the USS Liberty. I suspect that the vast majority of people.
My guy, if you think for one single solitary second that Turning Point is expanding because Republicans are conservatives and tired of double standard and you're tired of violence, are you serious? You're joking, right? All the right does is violence. Ain't no left wingers out there fucking with people on the street thinking that they're illegal. It's not a lefty president, even though he cosplaying right now. That's him. He's playing on the right. He's saying what they are too pussy to say. The motherfucker that's in the dirt right now that they're grifting off of, he the same one talking about violence. Paying motherfuckers for beating people with hammers. Talking about I'm gonna bail them out. He said that shit. Wrong, sir. This is how I know you don't know what's going on. The right wing canceled his ass. I was there. I saw it. MAGA was getting at him because he asked questions.
Who bring this up are doing so in order to suggest that Israel deliberately attacked an American ship because Israel deliberately wants to harm America. It is connected generally with a larger point. I wonder if that's your point.
If the truth matters, then the Israeli government must be held accountable for that attack. The American flag was flying on that ship. You do not mistake an American ship for a foreign one when our flag is flying.
So, and we can spend the rest of the time talking about the specifics of the U.S. Liberty attack, or you can actually go look at the naval investigations that were done, multiple naval investigations that were done. The reality is that people were flying Mirage planes for the Israeli military at the time. The USS Liberty was sailing in an area where it had essentially gone off-grid. The Israeli military mistook it for an Egyptian ship. They thought it was shelling Al Arish, which happened not to be true. In the initial attack, the American flag was knocked down, and then the attack went on for about 90 minutes. And then as soon, you can hear this, by the way, on the tapes of the Israeli pilots talking to each other, as soon as they realize that it's an American ship, they call off the attack, they speed a ship to try and help the USS Liberty. There have been multiple unfortunate friendly fire incidents between Allied forces, including, for example, in the Gulf War, where U.S. forces were responsible for killing about 9 British troops during the Gulf War. It's an unfortunate reality of war, but you're not answering my question, which is, what is your broader agenda in asking the question? Because I suspect that your question is not limited to your specific ire over an incident that happened in 1967.
I think we should question any foreign country's relationship with our government.
That's totally fine, but I'm just wondering why you
serve American interests.
Again, I'm perfectly fine with questioning any country's relationship with the United States, but again,
but you don't want people to question Israel, though. They're our ally, and that's where it should stop. Okay. I wasn't going to show y'all Russell Brand because he was doing them the most. I'm speaking at AmFest today around noon. There would be no Muslim simping in my speech. Okay, maybe you're going to, she said something unexpected. Maybe you're going to say you're getting married so they could cheer you on. All right. All right. I think we got the point. Conservatism is dead. Oh boy. That was a slog to get through, but we got through it. They said nothing. It's all scripted, falderall, and everybody's just wanting their check. So hopefully you learned something if you did a dumber job. If not, I try to be better next time. If there's anything popping off with AmFest Night 2, we'll bring it to you. If not, you will get your uploaded content tomorrow. And if I don't see you before Christmas, have fun. Enjoy the holidays if you celebrate it. If you don't, hey, stay safe out there. Stay warm. Check on your people. We got 12 more days left in this year. And then it'll be January 1st. And we count down to the midterms. And so much content. Just so much content. But anyway, y'all take care, stay safe, and you almost messed me up. Y'all take care, stay safe, and you know what to do when the agents of chaos come to mess up your existence. And don't do this.
Oh, here it goes!
Time's up.
Get your ass up. We gotta get out of here now.
But did we have a good time here? Hello?
Gotta get your groove on.
At the end of the day gotta end.
That's it.